Minnesota Vikings. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott on play action. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Room here to run. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 34 yards. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. He's got it at the 2. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Tell you what, they're not messing around. You get the quick touchdown, and then you go for 2 to go up 8-0 here on the road.
In a sense, they hit him with a big shot right away. You don't throw a jab after you throw the haymaker, right? Go ahead and go for 2. They did. They're in control.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's sending tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now here's Pollard. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal. At the 7-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Complete. Jefferson to target. And some room to maneuver. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. They're already down 2 scores. Certainly they needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies a big play to get him in the end zone.
Qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll pitch this out to Pollard. He takes this for 3 to the 29. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lewis. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They run the counter with Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson, and the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Prescott now. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6 there.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Well, backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. He's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On second and 11 now. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. On second and 9, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Fourth down, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They try again with Cook. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They throw it out right complete. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. There he goes, right side. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, it's Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on fourth down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Off the play fake, Prescott. Out toward the sideline and completing it to Pollard. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. quickly out to the right side. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now back to the ground with Elliott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. And this one's caught. And their fourth-quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now Cousins. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And they've got it way across midfield, down to 30 before it's all said and done. Cousins to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And Parker, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. They will clock a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31. offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Cousins. He's got a man complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. 5 seconds. It's over.
We'll break down the touchdown later. That's 2-point conversions. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. That's caught. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.